We begin by making this elastic ribbing which goes around the head circumference. Therefore, make a slip knot. I take my crochet hook, go through this loop, pull this yarn to adjust so that my crochet hook fits in this loop, then chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After chaining 6, you twist this way so that we work from the back loops. Skip the first, go through the second back loop and slip stitch. Go through the next back loop, slip stitch, that is 2. Go through the next back loop, slip stitch, 3. Go through the next, slip stitch, 4. Go through the last, slip stitch, 5. To begin the second round, you chain 1 and turn. We are going to work from back loops. Every stitch has 2 loops. I'm picking the one facing away from me. That is the one I'm calling back loop. You skip the chain 1, go through the next stitch, you pick 1 loop only, make a slip stitch, 1, go through the next stitch, pick 1 loop only, make a slip stitch, 2, go through the next stitch, back loop, make a slip stitch, 3, go through the next stitch, back loop, make a slip stitch, 4, go through the last, make a slip stitch, 5. The rest of the rows is a repeat of row 2. You chain 1 and turn. Skip the chain 1. Go through all these stitches. You go through back loops. They are 5. You go through back loop. Make a slip stitch. 1. Go through the next stitch from back loop. Make a slip stitch. 2. Go through the next stitch from back loop. Make a slip stitch. 3. Go through the next stitch from back loop. Make a slip stitch. 4. Go through the last stitch from back loop, make a slip stitch, 5. You chain 1, skip the chain 1, go through the next stitch, back loop, make a slip stitch, go through the next stitch, back loop, make a slip stitch, that is 2. Go through the next stitch, back loop, make a slip stitch, 3. Go through the next stitch, back loop, make a slip stitch, 4. Go through the last stitch, back loop, make a slip stitch, 5. Chain 1, skip the chain 1, work the 5 stitches going through each back loop. At the end, chain 1, skip the chain 1, continue working that way. Continue working that way until you make even number of rows that measures head circumference. I'm making this for 0 to 3 months. I have made 80 rows that measure 40 centimeters when stretched. After making your head circumference, now we are going to join. This is my starting chain, this is my ending chain. With my starting chain facing me, the beginning chain and ending chain don't look the same. For the starting chain, we are going to pick the middle loops. For the ending chain, we pick back loops, the loops facing away from me. So the ending chain, you observe it so that you leave these 2 loops across without touching them. Then the loops immediately after them are the middle loops. So I take this loop and go through here, then slip stitch through both loops, then go to the middle loop and back loop and slip stitch. You go to the next middle loop of starting chain, back loop of ending chain and slip stitch. I have done 3. Go through the next middle loop of starting chain and back loop of ending chain and slip stitch. I have done 4. Go through the last middle loop and the last back loop of ending chain, slip stitch. This is how it looks. This side I have stitched across, and the right side, this is how it looks. Then now I'm going to turn this way. I have sewn across this way, so I turn this way, the right side to face outwards. Then I begin working in round. I made 80 rows, so I'm going to make 80 half double crochets. That is 1 half double crochet into every row until the end. The rest part is 1 row, the lower part is 1 row, the rest is 1 row, the lower part is 1 row. I'm going along with this loose end to weave it in. Beginning from here, I make a single crochet and chain 1, which counts as my first half double crochet. Go to the next row, make 1 half double crochet, go to the next, make 1 half double crochet, go to the next row, make 1 half double crochet. So you are basically working, making 1 half double crochet here, another one here, 1 half double crochet here, another one here, in these loops that are visible. So continue making 1 half double crochet into every row until you get back to the beginning point. I have 80 rows, so I have made 80 half double crochets. At the end of a round, I slip stitch into the first half double crochet. I made a single crochet and chain 1, which counted as my first half double crochet in the first round. I will slip stitch in the chain 1 to close the round. Then we are going to divide the number of stitches we have into back panel, front panel, and shoulders. A sweater has 4 corners. Each corner takes 1 stitch. That is why I have written 1 1 in each corner. You take the total number of stitches you have in row 1, subtract 4. We are subtracting 4 because of the corners. Each corner takes 1 stitch. Like now I have 80 stitches. Minus 4, I get 76. To get back or front panel, you take 30% of that number. In my case, it is 30% of 76, which is 22.8. Stitches cannot be a fraction, so I round off to 23. I write that 23 here and here. Then to get sleeves, you take 20% of this number. For my case, it is 20% of 76. I get 15.2. Stitches cannot be a fraction. I round off to 15. So I write that 15 here and here. So use this formula to allocate the number of stitches you have. Then we mark corners to begin working. Then this is how to mark the corners. Beginning from here, I mark the stitch where I slip stitched as my first corner without counting the marked stitch. Count 15 stitches, mark the next corner without counting the marked stitch. Mark 23 stitches, mark the next corner without counting the marked stitch. Count 15 stitches, mark the next corner without counting the marked stitch. I have 23 stitches going back to the beginning point. So that is how you mark the corners. Then we begin working. Then beginning from this corner, I remove my stitch marker. I'm not going to chain, so I make this loop to be longer. Then I make 1 half double crochet in the same place, chain 1, make another half double crochet. This is a corner, that is why we are chaining 1. So you make 1 half double crochet, chain 1, 1 half double crochet in the same stitch, then mark the chain 1 space, go to the next stitch. The next stitch you pick 1 loop only. Every stitch has 2 loops. I'm going to pick 1 loop only, the one facing away from me, back loop, and make 1 half double crochet. The next stitch, 1 half double crochet from front loop, and I repeat that pattern until I get to the next stitch marker. I make a back loop, half double crochet. The next stitch, make a front loop, half double crochet, make a back loop, half double crochet. The next, make a front loop, half double crochet. Repeat alternating that until you get to the next stitch marker. You make a front loop, a back loop. In the marked stitch, the marked stitches are corners. In each of the corners, you make 1 half double crochet going through the whole stitch. You make 1 half double crochet, chain 1, make another half double crochet in the same stitch. Then I mark the chain 1. This is my corner, so I still mark it. After working in the corner, we begin working the next stitch from back loop and make half double crochet. The next, make a front loop, half double crochet. The next, make a back loop, half double crochet. The next, front loop, half double crochet. Repeat alternating back loop and front loop, half double crochets until you get to the next stitch marker. I make a front loop, half double crochet, a back loop, half double crochet. When you get in the stitch marker, so in the marked stitch, you go through the whole stitch and make 1 half double crochet, chain 1, make another half double crochet in the same stitch. Then you mark the chain 1 space. After the corner, you continue with back loop, half double crochet. The next is front loop, half double crochet. The next is back loop, half double crochet. The next is front loop, half double crochet. Repeat alternating that. In the marked stitch, you make 1 half double crochet, chain 1, 1 half double crochet. Then continue with back loop, front loop, back loop, front loop. Repeat that until we meet here at the beginning point. You repeat that until we get back to the beginning point. I'm making a front loop here and my row ends with a back loop, half double crochet. Then slip stitch in the first half double crochet, which is in the corner, to close the round. To begin the next round, in the chain space, make 1 half double crochet, chain 1, and another half double crochet in the same chain 1 space. Then I mark the chain 1 space. That is how we do it in every corner. We said after each corner we begin with a back loop, half double crochet. The next stitch, make a front loop, half double crochet, and alternate that until the next stitch marker. Back loop, half double crochet. The next is a front loop, half double crochet. The next is a back loop, half double crochet. Repeat that until you get to the next stitch marker. Alternate that until you get to the next stitch marker. I'm making a front loop, half double crochet. In the marked stitches are corners, and we said in each corner you make 1 half double crochet. You go through this chain 1 space, make 1 half double crochet, chain 1 and another half double crochet in the same place and mark this chain 1. After the corner, you begin with a back loop half double crochet. After each corner, you begin with a back loop half double crochet. The next is a front loop half double crochet. The next is a back loop half double crochet. The next is a front loop half double crochet. Repeat alternating front loop and back loop until you get to the next corner. I make a front loop. I get to the next corner. In the next corner, each corner we said you make one half double crochet, chain 1 and another half double crochet in the same place, then mark this chain 1 space. After working in the corner, we said the next stitch you begin by making a back loop half double crochet. Then now the next is a front loop half double crochet. The next is a back loop half double crochet. The next a front loop half double crochet. So continue repeating the pattern until you get to the beginning point. And my row ends with a front loop half double crochet. At the end of the round, you slip stitch into the first half double crochet. Then you begin the next round from this corner, whereby you make one half double crochet, chain 1, make another half double crochet in the chain 1 space. After that, it is just a repeat of the previous row. After working in the corner, you begin the next stitch by making a back loop half double crochet. The next, you make a front loop half double crochet. The next, a back loop half double crochet. The next, a front loop half double crochet. You continue alternating that. In the corners, you make one half double crochet, chain 1, one half double crochet. Then now you start alternating back loop, front loop, back loop, front loop, half double crochet. It is a repeat of the previous round. This is a 1 row repeat pattern. Continue working that way until when we fold this way. These are the shorter sides. Until when we fold this way, it reaches below the arm. I have made 4 rounds. At the end of round 4, I slip stitch into the first half double crochet to close the round. Then because in the next color I'm using white, I will slip stitch in the chain 1 space. I will use this white to slip stitch in the chain 1 space. Tie this loose end. Then in the chain 1 space, actually just make a single crochet to replace the first half double crochet. You make a single crochet, chain 1 and one half double crochet in the same chain 1 space. After working in the corner, we said you begin the next stitch by making back loop half double crochet. The next is a front loop half double crochet. I was just showing you how to transition to the next color. It is a 1 row repeat pattern. Continue working that way. I will meet you when this reaches below the arm. You continue working, repeating that 1 row until when we fold the shorter sides this way, it reaches below the arm. And for 0 to 3 months, if you follow any of the corners from the neckline to below the arm, it measures around 9 to 10 centimeters. Mine measures 10 centimeters, so I will stop at this point. I made 4 rows with gray, 1 row with white, 2 rows with gray, and 1 row with white. Now I'm going to separate sleeves. When you make yours and it gets below the arm, we are going to separate sleeves. We said you slip stitch in the first half double crochet, this one at the corner. Then in the chain 1 space, make a single crochet and chain 1. This counts as half double crochet. Then I will skip all these stitches, make one half double crochet in the next corner. After working in the corner, begin the next stitch by making a back loop half double crochet. The next is a front loop half double crochet. The next is a back loop half double crochet. Repeat alternating that until you get to this other corner. I'm making a front loop half double crochet. Then in this corner, I remove the stitch marker, make only one half double crochet, then skip all these other stitches and make one half double crochet in the next corner. So we have separated the second sleeve. After that, now begin alternating back loop and front loop half double crochets. This is front. After working in the corner, you begin with a back loop half double crochet, then front, back, front, back, front. Continue until you get to the first corner where we separated the sleeve. Then I will slip stitch into the chain 1. I made a single crochet and chain 1, which counts as my first half double crochet. I will slip stitch into the chain 1 to close the round. Now we have separated sleeves. We are going to continue working in round. After that, slip stitch into the next stitch, which is between this one and this one, so that our rows will be beginning from the middle here below the arm. Therefore, I slip stitch into this next. Going through the same place where I slip stitched, make a single crochet and a chain 1, which counts as my first half double crochet. You would have realized that for this pattern, in your previous back loop half double crochet, now you are making a front loop half double crochet. And in your previous front loop half double crochet, now you are making a back loop half double crochet. To know if your stitch is a front loop or a back loop, like now this stitch is a back loop because there is a loop in front of it, meaning it was made from the back. So this is a previous back loop. And a previous front loop, like this one, there is no loop in front of it, meaning it was made from the front, so it is a previous front loop. For this pattern, where you have a front loop in the previous row, make a back loop in the current row. And where you have a back loop in the previous row, make a front loop in the current row. So I begin with a back loop. The next is a front loop. The next is a back loop. The next is a front loop. Repeat alternating front loop and back loop until you get here. You continue alternating back loop and front loop. This is a back loop. Here I make a front loop. The next a back loop. The next a front loop. The next a back loop. You just continue alternating the pattern and alternate it until you get back to the beginning point. I'm almost getting to the beginning point. This is a front loop half double crochet and my row ends with a back loop half double crochet before completing the half double crochet. I use this to complete the half double crochet because I will be using it to work. Then slip stitch in the chain 1. I made a single crochet and a chain 1 which counts as my first half double crochet. Therefore, I slip stitch in the chain 1 to close the round. Then I tie this loose end and cut this one. I go through the same place where I slip stitched, make a single crochet and a chain 1 which counts as my first half double crochet. The next stitch is the previous back loop half double crochet, meaning I make a front loop half double crochet. Then next I make a back loop half double crochet. Then next a front loop half double crochet. Repeat alternating that until you get to the beginning point. You alternate back loop and front loop until the end. My row ends with a back loop half double crochet, then slip stitch in the chain 1 to close the round, going through the same place where I have slip stitched, make a single crochet and a chain 1 which counts as my first half double crochet. This stitch, the next one, the previous stitch, is a front loop half double crochet, so I begin with a back loop half double crochet. Now I know the next is a front loop. I'm making a front loop, the next I'm making a back loop, then next I'm making a front loop. Continue alternating that. At the end you slip stitch, make a single crochet and a chain 1. You observe the next stitch. If it is the previous back loop, now make a front loop. If it is a previous front loop, now make a back loop. It is a 1 row repeat pattern. Continue working that way until we finish the sweater. You continue that way, repeating that 1 row until you finish the sweater. Then you add this ribbing. I'm going to show you how I made this ribbing. So I made 2 rows with white and 8 rows with gray before adding the bottom ribbing. Total body length is 23.2 centimeters. Then to do this bottom ribbing, after doing these 10 rows, you slip stitch at the end of the round, then chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You twist this way so that we work from back loops. Skip the first chain, go through the second chain from back loop, make a slip stitch, go to the next chain from back loop, make a slip stitch, 2, go through the next back loop, make a slip stitch, 3, go through the next chain from back loop, make a slip stitch, 4, go through the last chain through back loop, make a slip stitch, 5. Then connect to 2 stitches, making a slip stitch into each one of them, 1 and 2. You turn this way without chaining so that the whole stitch is visible. Skip the 2 slip stitches, work 5 stitches going through back loops only. 1, go through the next stitch from back loop, 2, go through the next stitch from back loop, 3, go through the next stitch back loop, 4, go through the last stitch back loop, 5. At the end, you chain 1 and turn, skip the chain 1, work 5 stitches from back loops, 1, go to the next, 2, go to the next stitch back loop, 3, go to the next stitch from back loop, 4, go to the last stitch from back loop, 5. Again, you join to 2 stitches at the base by making a slip stitch into each one of them. 1, go to the next, 2. You turn this way without chaining. You turn this way without chaining. Skip the 2 slip stitches. Work 5 stitches from back loops. 1, go through the next, 2, go through the next, 3, go through the next, 4, go through the last, 5. Chain 1 and turn, skip chain 1, work 5 stitches from back loops, join to 2 stitches, and continue working that way until you cover all these stitches. At the end, we join here the same way we joined at the neckline ribbing. So that is how I made this ribbing, and that is how you will do it at the sleeves. I already started working on this other sleeve. I made 10 rows, 2 with white and 8 with gray, the same number of rows I have here, 2 white, 8 gray. Then I will finish this ribbing. I have finished ribbing for the sleeve, and sleeve length from below the arm up to where it ends is 12.5 centimeters. I'm going to show you how I made the sleeve. We have 3 rows here. This is the first, so I'm going to make 2 more rows with white before making 8 rows with gray. Therefore, going through below the arm, that is where I attach this yarn. Chain 2 as half double crochet. The next stitch, make 1 half double crochet. The next, in these 2 double crochets in the same stitch, that is the last corner where we worked. That is where I'm making the third half double crochet at the top here. Then the next half double crochet, the fourth one, I make it here in the second half double crochet of the corner. Then now begin alternating front and back loop half double crochet. This next stitch is the previous back loop, therefore I make a front loop half double crochet. The next stitch I make a back loop half double crochet. The next is a front loop half double crochet. Then continue alternating front loop and back loop half double crochets until you get to this side. You continue alternating back loop and front loop. This is 26. Then I make the last here to make them 27. After that, I will slip stitch into the chain 2. I made a chain 2 at the beginning, which counts as half double crochet. I will slip stitch to close the round. Then going through the same place where I slip stitched, make a single crochet and a chain 1, which counts as half double crochet. This is a front loop. The pattern started from here, front loop, back loop. In this front loop, I will make a back loop at the top. So if I make a back loop, meaning this is a front loop, back loop, front loop. Therefore, I make a front loop here. Then next, I make a back loop. Then next, I make a front loop. Then next is a back loop. Now continue alternating front loop and back loop in all the stitches until you get to the last stitch, which is the 27th stitch. Alternate front and back loop. This is 26. and the last back loop half double crochet 27. Then I will slip stitch into this chain 1. I made a single crochet and chain 1, which counts as my first half double crochet in the round. I will slip stitch. I will slip stitch because the next row I'm using gray. I will slip stitch using this gray. Then tie this loose end. Cut this one. In the same stitch where I slip stitched, I make a single crochet and a chain 1, which counts as my first half double crochet. The next stitch is a previous front loop half double crochet, meaning I make a back loop half double crochet. The next I make a front loop half double crochet. The next I make a back loop half double crochet. Repeat back loop and front loop half double crochets until we get back to the beginning point. You alternate front loop and back loop. My row ends with a front loop half double crochet. Then I slip stitch into the chain 1. I make a single crochet and chain 1, which counts as my first half double crochet in the round. So I slip stitch in the chain 1 to close the round. Going through the same place, make a single crochet and chain 1, which counts as my first half double crochet. The next stitch is the previous back loop, so I make a front loop. The next stitch I make a back loop. The next stitch I make a front loop. You repeat alternating that. At the end you slip stitch just the way we were working here. I will continue until I make 8 rows with this gray color, then add the bottom ribbing. So I will meet you when I'm done. I have finished making the second sleeve. That marks the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful. If you enjoyed this tutorial, kindly leave a comment, share, like, subscribe. I will see you in the next tutorial.